morning everyone and a warm welcome to all of you. And happy International Women's Day to all the women present here and beyond. Today we are not just celebrating the women as a category, so we are celebrating the architect of the society. So from the boardroom to the classroom, women have consistently tried and to overcome the obstacles into the stepping stones. So, but International Women's Day is more than a tribute to resilience. It's more than a tribute to resilience. It's a call for equity. So it's about ensuring that women's ambition is not made with a glass of ceiling. It's a glass of ceiling. Rather, it has to be approached by the open window. So, as we honor the international of the past and the trailblazers for the past, let's commit to being the mentors of the future for the future. And we should not call the female leader as a female leader. We should call them as a leader. And every girl's voice should be the not a whisper actually. It has to be the force. So thank you so much for Manipal Hospitals and thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve the community, and thank you for the warm welcome for the your welcome to the community, and community has trusted us as their partner actually, and we are committed to serve you as per the excellence in every single day. And thank you. I would like to thank you, our women colleagues, who have shown their great resilience and their brilliance and their unwavering commitment to the patient. And they are not as actually a part of team. They are actually the reason for we succeed. Okay. And thank you all for coming here. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Ma'am, I would request you also to please stay on stage as we now move on to a tradition that symbolizes knowledge, hope and positivity. May I request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly come forward for the lamp lighting ceremony. I would like to invite on stage Ms. Rituparna Sen, the Regional Head, Customer Experience, Ms. Farhad Bari, Regional Quality Head, along with our respected women doctors and neighborhood representatives. Let us now. I can see Dr. Polly Chatterjee there. Ma'am, please join us on stage. Please join us for the lamp lighting ceremony. As both of them have rightly pointed out and specified that today we are here to inspire and inspire, and a celebration of inspiration. Thank you so much, everyone. I would request all of you to kindly join us in the audience now. So as we said, Today we celebrate women who are change makers in their own extraordinary ways. Our prernas stand for leadership, courage, intellect and purpose. Our first prerna today is someone who embodies strength, service and inspiration. An influencer, motivator and an officer of the Indian Army, she has inspired countless people with her journey of dedication and resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the screen for a short audiovisual. Can we have the AV please? Can I have a round of applause as we welcome on stage Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Neha Singh. Please be on stage, ma'am. I would also request Dr. Ambarish Chatterjee and Dr. Polly Chatterjee from our obstetrics and gynecology department to kindly come on stage and felicitate our first prerna today with an utturyo, a bouquet of flowers and a memento.
मैडम একটু ঘুরে এদিকে এদিকে হ্যাঁ
Thank you. I would request you to please be on stage, ma'am, and sir and ma'am also. I would wanted to know from you what you have in your mind, because tomorrow we are celebrating the International Women's Day. Would you like to, shed some light on women's health and the importance?
It's our proud privilege to be on the stage and represent Manipal Hospital, Salt Lake. Thank you, Manipal Hospital, for this. As a gynecologist, we have seen so many women from their adolescence, from their pregnancy period, their motherhood, their menopause. But definitely, I would think that definitely they come a bit delayed, and there is much less awareness about the problems of the women. So they must, because they are the society, they are a mainstay of the society, and they will nurture your families and everything. So their care must be privileged. It should be a priority. So basically, anemia. See, there are 57 in the last National Health, the Family Health Survey. It has been seen that 57% of women suffer from anemia between the age of 15 to 49 years. So anemia is too bad. So as a gynecologist, I would suggest everyone to take care of their health, their lifestyle, to prevent anemia, to prevent obesity, and we can also prevent some cancers like cervical cancer. We have a wonderful vaccine. The cervical cancer is a cancer which causes almost 60,000 deaths a year in India. So we have a wonderful vaccine, and it prevents the cervical cancer, and we should always ask all the people for the cervical cancer screening. This is for all the women who haven't taken vaccination. They should take the vaccine and prevent cervical cancer. And also I would like to tell about the healthcare problems because of the nowadays the lifestyle, lack of exercise, and there is lot of obesity. There is lot of problems with diabetes and cardiovascular problems in women, and this should be taken care of. And we ask all women This is our pledge that to increase awareness about all these things, to give them the option of screening, the option of vaccinations, and to tell every woman that definitely your health is a priority and they should think about it and they should come forward to prevent any abnormalities in their health. So this is what I should say in this auspicious day. And happy Women's Day to all the incredible women over here.
Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Obhinibesh Chatterjee, we all know that it is a vast subject, but if you could just...
সশ্রদ্ধ প্রণাম জানান সব আমার মা বোনেদের। একটাই কথা বলবো, আজকে ওমেন্স ডেতে আপনারা নিজেদের অবহেলা করবেন না, কারণ স্যাক্রিফাইস এই মায়েদের আমি আমার গাইনোকোলজিক্যাল জীবনের 30 বছরে দেখেছি। যখন একদম দেওয়ালে পিঠ ঠেকে যায় তখন আমাদের মা বোনেরা দেখাতে আসেন ডাক্তারদের। বহু পেশেন্ট পাই প্রচণ্ড কষ্টে আছে, কিন্তু ফ্যামিলির জন্য তারা নিজেদের কথা ভাবারই টাইম পায় না, আসে এবং শেষ অবস্থায় তখন আমরা অপারেট করে আমরা নিজেরাই অবাক হয়ে যাই কি মায়েদের সহ্য শক্তি। পেটের মধ্যে এন্ডোমেট্রিওসিস, নানা রকম রোগে যা অবস্থা থাকে আমরা নিজেরা অনুমান করতে পারি কত কষ্টের মধ্যে দিয়ে ফ্যামিলির জন্য স্যাক্রিফাইস করে আজকে মহিলা এসছেন অপারেট করাতে লাস্টে। তো তাদের কাছে বলার, আমাদের মণিপাল হসপিটালে খুব সুন্দর হেলথ চেক আপ প্রোগ্রাম আছে। অ্যাটলিস্ট বছরে একবার করে নিজেদের চেক আপ করবেন। দয়া করে নিজেদের নেগলেক্ট করবেন না, নিজেদের রোগ চেপে রাখবেন না, কারণ এটা অনেক সময় ভয়াবহ আকার নিতে পারে। নিজেদের প্রতি যেমন আপনারা আপনার সন্তান, স্বামী, ফ্যামিলির প্রতি সযত্নে থাকেন, সেই রকমভাবেই নিজেদের প্রতিও যত্ন নিন, এটা আপনাদের কাছে আমার অনুরোধ। এবং অবশ্যই নিজেদের চেক আপ করুন, ভালো থাকুন, সুস্থ থাকুন। আপনারাই আমাদের সমাজকে ধরে রেখেছেন। একটা শিশুকে আপনারা মানুষ করেন, আপনারা নিজেদের কেরিয়ার সম্বন্ধেও সচেতনতা থাকেন, নিজের ফ্যামিলি সম্বন্ধেও সচেতন থাকেন। কিছু নিজেদের সচেতনতা আমি বহু পেশেন্টের ক্ষেত্রে দেখেছি খুব কম থাকে। তাই এটাই আজকে আমার উইমেন্স ডেতে আপনাদের প্রতি অনুরোধ এবং শ্রদ্ধা। দয়া করে ডাক্তার দেখান আর নিজেদের রোগ চেপে রাখবেন না। ধন্যবাদ।
অনেক ধন্যবাদ স্যার। Sir and ma'am, I would request you to take your seat, but then of course I would request our first Prerna now to share a few words with us.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank the Manipal Hospital Group for having me here, and heartiest wishes to each one of you on this Women's Day. Today, I would like to remember all those women in the previous generations who braved it all so that we can sit here today and celebrate and talk about women leadership and various aspects of women. So the other day I was in another Women's Day function, and one of the young girl who was just starting her career said, "Isn't it a man's world?" So for all those girls who feel that it is very difficult for them today and they think it is not that easy, so many problems, I would like to tell them that you are the generation of change. Us, we are the generation of change. Is it equal? No. But is there progress? Hell yes. So we are the ones who are part of this progress. And today, on this Women's Day, I would like to urge everyone, please don't give up and continue to do whatever you're doing. I'm sure 2 generations from now, your daughter's daughter is going to stand here and thank you, each one of you, for not giving up and being there. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Please take your seat on the dais now. Our next Prerna today is an educationist who has shaped young minds with vision, compassion and leadership. As the principal of Birla High School, Mukundapur, she continues to nurture future generations with values and excellence. Let us watch her story. Please welcome Ms. Jessica Gomes Surana. Please put your hands together, everybody. Ma'am, please take your seat. Our third prerna stands for dedication to medicine and service to the nation. A Lieutenant Colonel in the Indian Army, she is a renowned ENT specialist and a neurologist at Command Hospital, Kolkata, known for her expertise and commitment to healing. Please welcome on stage Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Ruhi Singh. Our next prerna is a powerful voice in journalism. With more than 25 years of editorial leadership, she has shaped conversations and storytelling through her work. She is the editor of The Telegraph T2. Please put your hands together, everybody, for Ms. Smita Roy Chaudhary. And our next prerna is a woman whose work brings healing, dignity and hope to thousands. A pioneering surgeon and a compassionate healer, she has dedicated her life to restoring not just physical form but confidence and possibility for her patients. Please welcome Dr. Anjana Malhotra. May I now request Dr. Utpal Sengupta, nephrologist, to kindly come on stage and felicitate Mrs. Jessica Go Surana. I think no need to rush, we'll all get good pictures. I would request Dr. Upal Sengupta to kindly share a few words with us.
Thank you. Feels great to be surrounded by women of substance at home and at workplace. So, without women, I cannot think of a world which is at home. I'm a father of 2 daughters and seeing growing them up, and in workplace I have women colleagues, being doctors and nurses, who are absolutely inseparable part of my journey, and my friend circle with women of substance. So as a nephrologist, what I'd like to share is, these days we're speaking about the gender disparity in kidney disease. Chronic kidney disease being it's kind of a silent epidemic to this present world. Women are seen to have much more prevalence, higher prevalence than men of having chronic kidney disease. Unfortunately, it's been seen in various studies that those who have kidney disease, only 41% of them, much less than that of a man, attend a nephrologist. In my clinical practice, I was just wondering today only, I see a lot of men between age of say 25 to 40 who has done their health checkup and come to me on their own that I have this kidney disease. I have not seen a single woman who has done their health checkup and picked up a disease and has come on their own to show me. So is this a taboo, social taboo of self-neglect taken for granted that there was there on our mothers, aunts and there, or is there a lack of awareness about the disease? So these days, being a doctor, being a nephrologist, since World Kidney Day is on Thursday, on 12th, and the message of the World Kidney Day is kidney health for all. So I urge all of you present here to inspire all of the women you see around to get your kidney checkup done regularly. It's better seen as a protection than treatment. So come forward, do your regular tests and have detected, if you detect it early, can treat it. Take care of yourself, take care of your kidneys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now request Dr. Indranil Dash and Dr. Kishan Goyal to kindly come up on stage and felicitate Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Ruhi Singh, Dr. Indranil Dash and Dr. Kishan Goyal. Both are our emergency doctors. May I now request Dr. Das and Dr. Goyal to kindly share a few words with us.
Good afternoon. Happy Women's Day to all. Nothing much to say because we all are here because of a woman. One thing that I always prefer to say, that God cannot be everywhere, so He created the woman. So, thanks to all the women around us, with us, and in our life for being there and making us what we are today. Thank you everyone, to all the dignitaries for what you have done and you will be doing. It's your effort that is building the society, and we all men will always be thankful for that. Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Almost everything has been said only. First of all, I just want to say Happy Women's Day to all of them. I know in every man's life there is one woman, like who is the role model and for everything. Most of the time that mother is there. But in my life, during my studies, my MBBS days, MD days, and even my fellowship days, I always got a mentor who was a female. And I still remember like whatever she has taught me during that days, and which is coming to a lot of help during my clinical practice now also. And here also in Manipal, our unit cluster head Kakuli ma'am is guiding us so nicely. So I've been privileged to have during all of my journey one female. And I congratulate everyone on this International Women's Day. Thank you.
May I now request Dr. Sanjay Basu and Dr. Arunabh Roy to kindly come on stage and felicitate Ms. Smita Roy Chaudhary. I would request both of you to kindly share a few words with us.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Women's Day. Shubha Shakal. Though we have demarcated and are celebrating a specific day as Women's Day, but I believe every day is Women's Day. उसके बगैर तो घर चलता नहीं है. तो साल के हर दिन ही वुमेंस डे है. जब से जन्म लिए है तब से वुमेंस डे है और चलेगा. As Dr. Uppal was saying, my life is again all surrounded by women. To give a brief introduction, I treat women's cancers. So it's been about 15 years now. So I deal only with reproductive organ cancers, which involves uterus, cervix, ovary. And most of my patients were elderly women, but there is a trending change, a shift in trend now, and we are getting more women at a younger age who are coming to us with this disease. So as rightly put forward by many of my previous speakers that women's health should be priority, and that is lacking definitely in our society. I don't know why. I belong to a generation who have moved from transistors to palm-held devices, from PCO lines to ultra-smart mobile phones, and from a society where most of the women in our household were housewives to a society where most of the women are working now at various levels, starting from the president of the country to defense ministers to sports persons, the Indian team winning and making us proud this year. Every sector, army, education, everywhere they are leading. But that gap still persists. Still persists. Dr. Upal said that unko patients mile hai, males who come in with regular health checkups every year, and their wives are not coming. So this gap has to be made. I don't know why women are liberated, women have the financial growth now, have the financial independence now to do it. So it's an earnest request. Please come forward, get yourself tested, give yourself priority. And the only thing I want to preach on this day of celebration for women is self-love. Love yourself and come forward. Thank you.
A very happy Women's Day. Me or anyone who is here, a male doctor or any profession, is a collective of all the thoughts and the efforts put in by many women. So I did my MBBS, did my education abroad, and that was because of my grandmother and my mother. She wanted me to work with all nationalities, look them in the eye and say that we are all equal. They wanted me to come back, so I came back to India. My wife looks after my parents, my children, and keep me grounded. So men can be sometimes can have a lot of hot air. So you always bring us down to the ground, as my wife does. My daughter is making me think as a father for the first time that how much disparity there is even now at workplace. It is not safe even now at workplace for women or anywhere else. There is not equality there yet, even though it is the 21st century. Very unfortunate, but very true. So, and you are a superior race anyway, because you have been given the power to give birth, which we don't have. We are inferior by birth. The other thing as a gastroenterologist I must say is, the lifestyle that women are also taking up because they are working a lot is good, but please don't take the vices from men. Don't smoke, do good hours, take care of yourself health-wise, because as a gastro, as I said, a lot of people come to us with gastritis, gastric cancers, to do with smoking. Like in the 60s, UK women had lots of lung cancers because they started smoking. And we see a lot nowadays here in our country also, which is not good. Don't pick up the vices of inferior race that we are. So thank you very much. Without you, the world will not be there. We will not be there also, as you said, as I said rightly. You can give birth, we can't. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now request Dr. Parijat Dev Chaudhary, cardiologist, and Dr. Bastav Ghosh, neurologist, to kindly come on stage and felicitate Dr. Anjana Malhotra. I'm so sorry, Dr. Bastav Ghosh is a urologist. Sir, ma'am, can we please have a few words from you?
Happy Women's Day to all the beautiful ladies present here. I am Dr. Parijat. As a cardiologist, every day I hear 2 heartbeat, but I could say that a lady's heart not only carries blood, it also carries love, compassion, and a very silent endurance. You know, as a practitioner, as a cardiologist, I see men, they come to hospital whenever they have any little problem in their heart. But ladies, usually they delay their process. So we get many females who come with very late stage of heart attack, which becomes very difficult to treat. And there is a misconception that heart disease actually is a man's disease, but it's not true at all. And in India, now, heart disease is the #1 killer for ladies. So I would request all the beautiful ladies present here, please take care of your health. Go for regular health checkup, check your blood pressure, check your sugar level, so that if any problem is there, you can treat beforehand. And you know, always prevention is better than cure. And I want all the ladies to take care of their health and their heart, because if the mother and daughter and wife in a family is healthy, then only they can take care of their family. And they are the backbone, so they have to be strong and they have to be healthy. Thank you, and all of you take care of your heart.
Good afternoon. So first of all, happy Women's Day to each and every one present in the hall. It feels really great to see a full house in a Women's Day. I mean, I do not remember when did I attend a full house session in a Women's Day like this. And probably I thank Manipal Hospital Administration, because we have 2 facility directors in the 4 hospitals we are having over here. So cheers to them. As well, I'm a urologist and a uro-oncosurgeon. So majority of my patients are obviously male. We do take care of female patients, but not that much, but lesser number. What I can say that the few of my colleagues and friends have said that we are surrounded by women, mother, sister, wife, daughter. Like more than 70% of my family is female. And if I do not mention and talk about my mother today here, then it will be a part of like a sin for me. When I was in standard 5, my father got transferred to some other city, and we could not go along with him because of some family issues. I have seen my mother, how she looked after all the family members, my grandmother, my sister, and so many people. And from then only I realized inherently women are multitasker. They do not miss many, rather they do not miss any. On the contrary, being a male, I know that I am nowhere near a multitasker. Only one thing keeps in my head. Only if I shut down that, then I can switch on another thought. So in that way, women are empowered. And as other people say that to leave aside those giving birth and all these things. Kudos to all the women. Thank you so much for being here. And I feel privileged to be on this dais today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Please take your seats in the audience now. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now move to a panel discussion with our esteemed guests. So because I saw that you've taken this chair, I definitely wanted to start with you, but I think we've been hearing from all the doctors. So just for the change of taste, I would want to start with Smita. Smita, you've spent decades in media. Over the years, how have you seen the representation of women evolve?
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, thank you, Manipal Hospitals, for inviting me on this prestigious panel on the special occasion of International Women's Day. To answer your question, I always believe and I always say that media is a mirror of society. It only mirrors what is happening in society. So the evolution of the representation of women in media it's only mirroring the way women are evolving in society. Now, if you see, I run a newspaper which is handles fashion and lifestyle and entertainment. So I'll talk only about my area of expertise. That even I was just talking to Jessica off stage that the way women have come up, if we see post-COVID, you know, I mean, they're everywhere. They're coming forth. Just now, Jessica was telling me, I don't ever remember, you know, doctors coming forth so much. They were very private women. But the way we have seen a boom in women-led entrepreneurship in Calcutta. I mean, from the if you look at the F&B industry, it's almost, I mean, it was a completely male-dominated area even 10 years back. But over the last 5-6 years, you know, young women have completely dominated this scene. There are cafes, restaurants, nightclubs being run by women, and so successfully. Similarly, in every other field, if you see, women are ruling. So I think we as a lifestyle tabloid, we are just mirroring that evolution in our newspaper.
Right. Now coming to you, ma'am. First of all, you are a doctor and an army officer. First of all, I would want to know how are you handling such demanding responsibilities, and also what inspired you to dedicate your work to hearing restoration and rehabilitation?
This is a very nice and apt question actually. It's difficult to manage all the things but not impossible. I think a good, strong determination, perseverance and excellent time management is the key. That is the only key. And how did I decide to come to this field? The answer lies in that I was mostly interested in pediatric ENT. So most of the time I was involved with such cases with my guide or mentor. And there happened one incident during my childhood days. One of our schoolmates, he was a very actually bright child. But what happened, he had some mumps, followed by which he lost his hearing. After that, I just saw my friend cutting off from the society. He almost vanished. So this actually was somewhere killing me inside in my heart, and then I decided to go to this field. That is it.
So as we know, with things like hearing or plastic and reconstructive surgery, there's not only physical help but a lot of shame, a feeling, a lot of confidence and lack of confidence is related. So I would like to come to you now, Dr. Anjana Malhotra, as a plastic and reconstructive surgeon. You often help patients not only reclaim their physical function, but also confidence. How do you feel about it?
So actually, contrary to popular opinion, aesthetic or cosmetic surgery as it's called is just one part of the work we do. So it's mainly reconstructive surgery, following cancer, following orthopedic trauma, following burns. And I'd like to talk about burns in this instance because as Harry Grantham said, that the burn patient has sustained the biggest trauma known to humankind. And to come out of that, it requires not just surgery or the treatment, all your antibiotics, your critical care treatment, but there's a huge psychological factor which plays a part. And most of these patients, I'm not just talking about women, because of the disfigurement, they're not accepted back in society. And for women, this part includes acid attacks, which were very common about 15 to 20 years back. But thanks to a lot of legislation where the sale of this acid has stopped, these attacks have become very far and few. So psychologically, it brings a big problem to the patient, and to get that patient back into mainstream takes a lot of work, not only by the doctor but by the family as well as the psychosocial workers who are involved in the care.
Thank you. Now coming to you, Mrs. Jessica Gomes Surana. Schools today are shaping the leaders of tomorrow. And what qualities do you think we should imbibe in young women?
A very good afternoon to everyone out here. And thank you, Manipal Hospital, for having me as a Prerna here this morning. And Prerna means motivation. And motivation is the driver. And we in an educational institution, we are the drivers. When I say we, it is not me alone, because I cannot run the show. I need a team. So we at our school, at all schools, ensure that when it comes to young minds, we play a very crucial role in society. We are one of the builders of society. And when it comes to young minds, curiosity is something that we need to breathe within these young minds. A curious mind is a mind that would be demanded in years to come. Self-expression, that is something that is so important. Every child is unique. Every child is individual. Therefore, every child needs to get that chance of self-expressing. Resilience is something that every child needs to grow within themselves. So when I look at a whole array of a lot of different qualities, I would lay emphasis on these three: curiosity, self-expression, and resilience. Because these are going to strengthen those little blocks, those tender minds, those tender hearts. If they're able to get these into their system, everything else will fall in place. Thank you.
Very well said. Now coming to you, ma'am. When it comes to public health, because we've been hearing all the doctors, whoever came on stage, and they only, they literally stressed on the fact that women, when it comes to their own health, they tend to dilly-dally a lot. Now when it comes to public health, have you noticed a wee bit of change? Is it better than how it was probably a decade ago?
In terms of women's health, firstly, good afternoon again to all of you. I do see that there is more awareness. So especially after COVID, I think health-wise COVID was a milestone. So there was a lot of talk about immunity, maintaining good health, preventive health after COVID, because people could see small symptoms like upper respiratory tract infection could lead to something very serious. So that time I think they understood the importance of prevention. And so many laws and rules were kept in place, masking was there. So they understood prevention more, I think, from COVID. However, as we heard so many doctors talking, awareness may have been there, but do they prioritize? Has that awareness turned into practice? That is a gap that I think we still have.
Very true. Now, coming to you again, so lifestyle and culture have been two of the main perspectives that we see through when we are, probably talking about somebody, whether they are successful or not. We compare a lot. So what role can mainstream media play in changing this narrative?
By comparing, if you mean like setting them against ideal standards,
Yes, of course.
then I would say yes, media does play a role, but I think this is particularly relevant in terms of cinema. Because our cinema has kind of over decades created very unrealistic images of women who are kind of, because cinema is the biggest, cultural platform that connects all parts of the country. So they have set very unrealistic standards about women. Now, if you're talking about looks, it's that fair-skinned and sharp features and slim figure. So it's visually they have set kind of a prototype of what women must look like and what women will be.
Heroine.
Yeah, and you know what women will be compared against. Now these are very unrealistic standards, we all know, because even those we see on screen, they don't look like that. They're made to look like that. Through, I mean, there's enormous toil and sweat that goes to make them look a certain way. Even they don't look like, and forget real women. I mean, so those are very unrealistic standards in terms of visually how women are expected to look. The secondly, even traditionally our cinema has set that ideal Bahu kind of a image for women, which is like, again, very unrealistic, you know. But if, I mean, and you have to understand, it's not only, cinema does not only touch urban lifestyle. I mean, it's also in rural, semi-rural areas where if that is the, and even today, a lot of the films may be garbed in a different way, but still they propagate that ideal woman who is a homemaker, who is very successfully, you know, bringing up the children and sacrificing career and everything. So that image has been set and it's still not been broken. I mean, obviously a lot of different kind of cinema is still being made, especially in the last 1 or 2 years, you know, cinema focusing on Gen Z, it is being made, but largely that is the prototype that Indian cinema has created for women, and for generations women have been measured against, compared against those prototypes. So I think cinema as a media needs to change that. Also, if you talk about fashion, you spoke about fashion. So in fashion, I think a lot of work is happening because, yeah, there used to be a time when fashion models and fashion used to be promoted on, again, slim, tall, fair skin, sharp features women. But now in that area, I mean, designers are much more aware. They are promoting body, you know, neutrality.
Different body types.
You know, they're promoting plus size women in terms of skin color and everything. So there I think still, even internationally, even in India, a lot of work is happening there now. Though yeah, obviously still more work needs to go, but I think primarily cinema as a media needs to change a lot in this, you know, breaking this unrealistic stereotypes about women.
But also I wanted to ask you, do you think that social media also has a large role to play in this, in terms when we see fashion influencers today, they're coming from all walks of life, their, you know, body types are different and not like clearly the prototype that you were talking about, it's not there anymore. So
So social media has kind of played a positive role in this, I believe. Because, I mean, it is through social media that these conversations are happening. And these conversations are being amplified, you know, on social media. That, you know, even these young designers, there are so many young designers in Calcutta who are working with all kinds of women. They're showing their clothes on trans women, they're showing their clothes on plus size women. So, and we get to see them through Insta. So that's how it's being promoted. So I think social media has a lot of role to play in this.
Could I just add one?
Yes, of course.
In our recent Burns conference, we had a ramp walk of all acid victims, and these girls were made to walk the ramp, and the confidence with which they did it, it was worth seeing and admiring. So I think people are stepping out of that typical stereotype, and the very fact that these women could come up, you know, in a hall full of ministers and other dignitaries, and you know, do the ramp walk, says a lot about where we are going.
True. Ma'am, now talking about hearing health, what are the first signs that a woman should really pay attention to when it comes to hearing health?
So, is it only for women? Do you
No, not only for women, but because it is.
I think the first sign is asking someone to repeat whatever he or she said. That is the first sign. The other sign...
I think then it is especially for men.
The other sign is that when we are in a crowd or group of friends and we have some difficulty, if suppose a woman has some difficulty while understanding the speech of the other person while in a crowd or a group of friends. So that is yet another silent symptom of hearing loss, and that is very important.
And what are the common myths that we have?
There are n number of myths with hearing loss. The first and foremost is that a person with hearing loss never agrees on the first hand that he or she has a hearing loss. They say that no, I can hear very well because I can listen everything at home. It's only in the crowded area that I feel difficulty. So this is the first silent symptom of hearing loss, that a person feels difficulty to hear or hear any speech. Sound hear karna is a different thing, but to hear and listen and understand speech is a different thing. So that is the silently the hearing loss sets in. That is very important. Another myth is that hearing loss is only related to hearing. That is absolutely wrong, because with hearing loss, many things sets inside a person. Hearing loss cuts off that person from the society, because ears are the windows to the society. Your friend circle, your conversation, everything gets affected. Low self-esteem, depression, cognitive problems, and nowadays the newer thing is imbalance because of hearing loss. That is it.
Right. Coming to you, ma'am, let's talk about Mission Smile now, where you have performed over 5,000 cleft surgeries. What does it feel like to witness a child's life get completely transformed and so dramatically? What does it mean for you, for the child, and for their families?
Yeah, actually, working with these marginalized children who wouldn't have had access to this sort of surgery had this team of volunteers not gone into the villages and given them free service is something which rewards me in a way that I feel we entered this profession for this, because at some level all of us entered this profession to give back to society. So I think that's a very, very good feeling when you can actually give a life-changing surgery to a person who won't have been able to afford it in the current system. And when you go in and you see how poor they are. I was on a mission where a child was just 2 kilos at 8 months of age, and when asked, the mother said that she's a widow, she doesn't have money to buy food and is dependent on her brother. So the child was drinking one tin of milk over a month. So that is where actual poverty still resides, and if you could make a difference in someone's lives like this, it's really, I would say it's really life-changing for the person who's doing it, and for the person maybe who's receiving it, I don't know. And in another mission in beyond Vijayawada in the villages, there was this 82-year-old lady who came for a cleft lip repair, and she was brought in by her husband who was walking with a stick at the age of 86. And then we asked him that, she's married, she's had children, she's had grandchildren. Why do you want this surgery now? So then he said, no, now I have heard of you all have come because the rest of her life let her live happily with a normal face. So those are the kind of stories you get to see when you get into.
Thank you. Coming to you, Jessica, now. What role do you think educators play in changing a young woman's mindset? And, in the very beginning, we start telling our children, especially young girls, that they have a lot of limitations. So what role do educators play in defying that kind of conditioning?
Thank you for the question. Of course, over the last 10 years, I was in an all-girls school, and I came to know later on that I came in because I was in a very different industry. And just along parallel lines, I was told from the entertainment, you need to now go into education. And I was put into a school where I needed to be a motivator. I needed to inspire the young girls over there. And today when I, after 10 years, come into another setup where it's a co-ed. So I do have the girls and I do have the boys as well. But since we're talking about a Women's Day, I think we have again a very crucial role, and the starting point being the change in the mindset. That is where it all begins in the mind. You move a finger because it comes from here. I hope I've got it correct. We don't do anything without the mind telling you what to do. So we need to initiate the growth mindset in young girls. That's the first thing. Secondly, we need to stand as strong role models to these girls. And I think, again, as educators, charity always begins at home. So I keep telling all my teachers, I have my vice principal here as well, and I keep telling them, the way we walk down that corridor, it's so important. Because they are young girls looking at us. The way we talk, the way we present ourselves, it's so very important. We all don't have to be models, but we have to learn to stand tall. And the moment your body language changes, a lot changes too. And there is where confidence building takes place. So, good role model starting from the school. Then when we have different occasions in school, I've always made that effort to get women, in my previous school as I had young girls, to get strong women who came on board for panel discussions, who visited schools when we had career guidance sessions, because I needed those young girls to understand that you yourself need to get there. And it is with these experiences, these interactions, that these girls got motivated. Apart from that, we also need to teach them that exposure is so important. And I know Smita spoke about social media, and ma'am also added to it, but we need to teach them how to use social media constructively. Because social media could be very harmful, it could be very threatening, it could be demotivating, and it could crush them too. So as a school, as leaders, we also need to teach them how to do the right things when you are on the social media space, because you are leaving your footprints over there. So we have a big role to do, and we need to keep these girls updated. We cannot tell them, do not go. I know Australia has said 16 plus below. Andhra Pradesh did it too,
Now
and
even
Karnataka yesterday did the same thing. But what you need to teach them, you need to teach them media literacy. That is important. And that role, I know the school cannot say it's not my job. It's the parents alone. But we have to do it together. So all our parents out here, teach them media literacy. Teach them how to know that I am the best version of myself, because that is what the school is doing, and that is what we need to do to take the generation forward. Thank you.
I also wanted to just ask you, because we just saw our women's cricket team go ahead and lift a trophy. And I asked you about limiting beliefs about their potential. Has this trophy, has this win, the victory, played a role in eradicating that?
I would not just look at one big event. Why look at limits? And today I am in a school where I have girls and boys, and I don't think in any breath we say, you are there and you are there. You are all there to compete, and may the best winner rise above. That is the attitude that we need. You're not the best, because I keep hearing this, you've done very well as a woman. Excuse me? Why are you specifying as a woman? You have to say you've done very well. Put that full stop immediately there and stop the limitation.
But are we seeing more fans of Smriti Mandhana or say Jemima compared to how many fans we have of Virat Kohli or
I wouldn't again compare with numbers. It will be unfair for all these very kind men sitting over there. They are in 30% and they've been very kind to all of us. Yes, women, they've said the most beautiful things about us. But yes, when a whole team and when you have cricket as the thing in a country like India, it did make a big difference.
Of course it did. Ma'am, when it comes to public health, we should also talk about mental health, which a lot of women are very hesitant to talk about, and they are not very easy to kind of get into a conversation about mental health as well. So what do you think we should do about that?
Thank you for the question. So, yeah, mental health, we had all the doctors who came here and they said that how they see every day women reporting late and for so many illnesses, and those are the symptoms which are physical, which you can see, which you can feel. You can see that you are feeling fatigue, but when it comes to mental health, the thing is that they are not measurable and it is very difficult to spot. So the distance that we have to cover in terms of addressing mental health is maybe a little longer than what we have to cover for physical health. We have so many routine checkups, but I don't think mental health as such is part of most of them. So what we need to do now? I think we spoke so much about role models. So those role models need to speak up that even when we are here, I sometimes feel anxiety. I also feel that I am not myself that day. For example, headache. You don't hesitate in saying that, oh, I'm having a bad headache today, maybe I'll take a pill and rest for 2 hours and come back. So that day when you're feeling low, you hesitate to admit. So I think the key is to speak up. In the same breath, when I say speak up, also the empathy to listen. So when somebody is saying that I'm feeling a bit low, we should have the empathy to listen and not judge. Third, and most importantly, when somebody is not speaking but you are asking. So third thing would be, are you okay? So firstly, obviously we speak, I speak, even in uniform sometimes. I'm standing here in uniform, but I also have some days where I'm not feeling the best for myself. I'm sure the same goes for all the panelists and everybody's sitting here. And when somebody comes to me, I should also say that's okay. Please take a break, recharge and come back. Even the machines need servicing, even the phone needs charging, so you also deserve a break. So that empathy to listen and make them feel it's okay. You can come and speak about it, and those who cannot, taking that step forward and asking if they are okay. I think that's probably how we can start.
Thank you, and very rightly pointing out that vulnerability is something we need to hold more space for. And I think I'll just come back to the Indian women's cricket team one more time because I'm such a big fan. Because this is the first time actually we saw a group of women who, after winning a trophy and becoming the team that just won the World Cup and everything, but they were so much okay to share their feelings in front of camera, in a press meet and everything. And it's the first time we saw that women are women in blue. They showed us that tears do not only mean weakness. These are tears of strength, and it's okay to talk about your feelings, to share a few words about my friend who just had my back, to share a few words about depression, anxiety. We also, Jemmy, do that. So can I have a round of applause for all these lovely women we have on stage with us who shared their own journeys and also kind of summed up how women should come forward when it comes to eradicating limiting self-beliefs or eradicating that guilt which we all feel so very frequently, that we shouldn't spend money on us, we should take care of everyone else before I do something for myself. I think that's the first thing we need to eradicate when it comes to health, be it physical or psychological. Please put your hands together, everybody, for all the women, our Prernas. I would request all of you to please join me for a group photograph. Can I also have all the doctors on stage?
Kindly have patience, everyone. We're just taking some time for everybody to be on stage. Please have patience.
টেবিলে উঠে যাও
Okay, I would also request everybody to be on stage because at this point we are delighted to announce a special initiative by Manipal Hospitals. We're now offering a complimentary health checkup for women from the media fraternity. May I request Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Neha Singh and Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Rohi Singh to kindly unveil this initiative, and I would request all of you to join both of them on stage as they do the honors.
স্টেজে তুললে ভালো হতো, ওটা আলো হতো, নাহলে আলোটা এইখানে একটু স্টেজে তুললে ভালো হতো, স্টেজে তুললে ভালো হতো, ওটা ওটা একটু স্টেজে তুলে করুন না, স্টেজে তুলে করুন না ম্যাডাম, স্টেজে তুলে নিন না, একটু স্টেজে তুলে করুন না, স্টেজে তুলে কাট হয়ে যাচ্ছে, আলো পাওয়া যাবে না, কি এগিয়ে না ওই বলে বলে এগিয়ে না।
Thank you so much. I would request you to still be on stage because we will now have another special moment of the afternoon. We will now unveil the Stories of Bengal, a women's series celebrating remarkable women and their journeys. May I invite Mrs. Jessica Gomes Surana and Ms. Smita Roy Chaudhary to kindly unveil the book. I would request all of you to kindly join them. Stories of Bengal, Women's Series. Thank you so much, everyone. Please be seated. I would request all of you to please take your seats in the audience now. Our next segment celebrates real warriors who have battled difficult diseases and have emerged stronger. Their stories are not just about recovery, they are about courage, resilience and hope. Each one of them is truly a prerna for all of us, for the whole society. I would request all of you to please put your hands together for another prerna that we are going to invite on stage now, Professor Deboshree Banerjee. So she has battled with cancer, and her battle reflects not just medical recovery but incredible inner strength. I would request you, ma'am, to please be on stage with us. I would request all of you put your hands together for her doctor, Dr. Arindam Mondol, but unfortunately he couldn't be with us today. I would request Dr. Shrudeep Das to please be on stage and felicitate Professor Deboshree Banerjee.
To teach is to shape the future. But in January 2023, Professor Deboshree Banerjee was handed a test no one is prepared for.
As usual, like any other person, it came as a shock to my family, and everybody was a little bit devastated, like we were at a loss what to do. And as this name cancer has attached with it all negative vibes.
Her path was incredibilistic, complicated by a pre-existing hepatitis B diagnosis. Surgery and chemotherapy seemed daunting. But at Manipal hospitals, hope is our strongest medicine.
He asked me to do endoscopy.
Sir, please be on stage.
I was really, fighting with him because I knew endoscopy would be painful. But he insisted on my doing endoscopy, and I'm so glad he did it. They kept calling me up and telling me these days it's diagnosable and it is curable. So I was very lucky to have doctors like Dr. Arindam Mondol as my surgeon and Dr. Shrudeep Das as my chemo doctor, oncologist. They were very supportive, and even the other team of doctors. I've been blessed with many well-wishers, like my students. And I remember on the day of my operation, one of my students kept a rosary over me. And one of my Christian, she's a student, but she's a principal. She was a principal then. She went for a mass. I think cancer has taught me a lot about life, Like everything is so temporary, and we could force us little things which are really not very important. Like life is a blessing. We should appreciate every moment when we are fit and fine.
Professor Banerjee reminds us that true empowerment isn't just about fighting the storm, but finding grace within it. To the women whose willpower lights the way for others, Happy Women's Day from all of us at Manipal Hospitals.
Ma'am, I would definitely request you to share a few words with us.
Thank you so much. Happy Women's Day. Because I believe the society cannot survive only with women, because men are part of the society. So I would prefer to call it a Women's Day. And men and women, they complement and supplement each other. And through my journey of cancer, I've realized that very much. Because both my doctors were men, and the nurses who really took care of me, and of course I should not forget my daughter, who had left a career for me and took care of me. Maybe because she is a woman, she could do that. And the support of my family members, my husband, and my students, as you all could see, they were always there. So I would prefer to say, for a woman to come forward, we also need the support of men, because when you are limping in one leg, you are limping, you are not walking. So both men and women need to celebrate today. And it's not a competition, it's always a compliment. And we always supplement each other. And I'm very grateful to the Almighty for giving me this opportunity to share my story with you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Few words from you, sir.
Yeah, thank you all of you for being here, and I wish all of you a happy Women's Day. they are the achiever, our patients, because they take the pain. We are just like Sherpas, we fix the ropes, but ultimately they have to climb the mountain peak of their own. We are just providing them gadgets and fixing the reefs up and helping them, but they take all the pain during their journey. I am a medical oncologist. I treat cancer patients with medicine, chemotherapy, immunotherapy, targeted therapy, whatever. And I want to use this stage to raise some awareness. We are equally distributed in India, men and women, right? But what is the most common cancer in India across all gender? What is the most common cancer? It is breast cancer. It is a breast cancer, and it is a curable disease. Believe me, 80 to 90% of breast cancer are curable. And I will stress, please screen yourself. Do a mammogram after the age of 40, once in every 2 years. Mammogram is just an X-ray of breast. That's it. It takes 10-15 minutes. The usual detection at the time of detection of breast tumor, breast lump at USA is less than 2 centimeters. And what is the detection at the time of detection of breast tumor in India? What is the average size? 5 centimeters. Why? Because we are not detecting early. And I repeat, 70 to 80% breast tumors are curable. It is a treatable disease. So screen yourself with mammogram every 2 years, once in every 2 years after 40. It is a treatable cancer. So with this, I wish you again a happy Women's Day. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, sir. Both of you, please take your seats in the audience. Ma'am, wishing for your long, healthy and hearty life. Can I have a round of applause for both of them? Now, Ms. Monita Gurung Chetri. Her journey through kidney disease and her father now donating his kidney for the transplant is a story of extraordinary strength and renewed life. From dialysis to the journey of transplant, she has shown that hope and courage can truly transform destinies. Let's watch her story.
Resilience doesn't always rule. Sometimes it's a quiet prayer, a steady hand, a beautiful dream, just waiting to bloom. At Manipal hospitals, we witness the quiet power of women every single day. Women like Monita.
So when I was working under my auntie, so she taught me everything. I loved cutting hair, doing blow dry, and I'm very interested in doing nails. I love doing press-ons. I do my own press-ons at home. I buy the press-ons and I do it at home. I want to try my hands in baking. So maybe after the transplant, I will surely do baking.
Monita is fighting through dialysis, and in her hardest moments, her husband and her family are her fortress.
So my husband, he doesn't treat me like a patient. He treats me like a normal person. He tells me, you go, you do your work, you cook for yourself. When I'm not feeling well, he's always with me. But where he always wants me to be full of energy. He doesn't like, it's not like other person, oh, let her sit. Oh, she cannot walk so much. Can I say, oh no, she can walk, she can do her own work. Don't treat her like a patient.
To stand behind this brave soul, her father is stepping forward to donate his kidney. A quiet act of love that gives her a second life.
If something happens, then I would feel guilty about this, but still, I feel bad that I have to ask this thing from him, but being so old also, he's taking care of us. I feel bad that I am going through this and I'm asking so much from them. I'm asking financially, giving an organ is a very big thing.
It is a journey carried by profound family love and an unshakable faith.
बहुत जने बोला कि आप दूसरे हॉस्पिटल ट्राई करो, but I feel comfortable with Dr. Cooper. Like, I don't want to go anywhere else because he's the one who has first diagnosed me. He's the one who has always taken it. For 2 years he had prolonged my dialysis. For 2 years, I was first diagnosed from 2024. I started dialysis from 2025 from September. See, I went to Manipal because of Dr. Upal, but I'm admitted to the hospital. I'm visiting there every week for dialysis. I can see all the nurses, all the technicians, they are very good. Very gently, very kindly. It's not like other hospitals who like treat you roughly. And I feel the Manipal Hospital, Dhakulia is a good hospital which I can trust.
We're very thankful for the doctor and his team at Manipal, especially Dr. Opal. He's a man who really knows how to uphold his patients. So we're very thankful for all the help that we've gotten from him.
Her courage inspires us to be better healers, to stand by her until she's back to painting her world with colors and baking her dreams. To the women who fight silent battles with unbroken spirits, we honor your strength. Happy Women's Day from all of us at Manipal Hospitals.
I would request you, ma'am, to kindly come on stage now. Please put your hands together for Miss Monita Guru Chetri. She's being treated in Manipal Hospital, Dhakulia. And I would request Dr. Upal Shengupto, her treating doctor, to kindly join her on stage and share a few words about this very inspiring journey. But before that, sir, please felicitate our Prerna here. Can I have a round of applause again?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I don't have any experience in saying so much, but they have made a very good video because I have blabbered so much. I just want to thank Manipal Hospital for giving me this opportunity where I can inform people about the disease and everything. And as doctor said that there is more male awareness than female, I know us female are very strong. We are mentally, physically very strong. But I would suggest everyone to go for a checkup and do everything. And for me, I believe for my backup, there is more male backup than female backups. Yes, I do have my mom, I do have my sister backing me up. But I feel my husband, my doctor, my technicians, they are all male. My brother, the one who's giving me a kidney is also my father, who is a male. So I feel in this world, if women and men go equally together, we'll be much happy. Thank you so much and happy Women's Day. Sir.
Monita is a woman of resilience. I'm seeing her through the onset of a diagnosis, the progress of the disease, and the start of the dialysis. And behind this woman of resilience, I must mention about her ever-smiling husband and the father who has come forward. I have been treating her for so long, and I promise to take her through the entire life in future also. It's my responsibility.
Thank you so much. Please take your seats, both of you. Now, Mrs. Supriya Sinha Roy. Her journey reminds us that resilience often speaks softly but powerfully. Through her health challenge, she demonstrated immense courage and grace. Today she stands as a symbol of strength and quiet determination. Let's watch her story.
There was a time when every step asked too much of Supriya Sinha Roy. Knee pain turned simple walks into long, exhausting journeys, and joy had to wait while she battled through each day.
আমার হাজব্যান্ড হয়তো বললো কোথাও বেড়াতে যাব, ওটা আমার খুব পক্ষে যাওয়া হাঁটাটা আমার খুব কষ্ট হতো। হ্যাঁ, তা আমি বলতে পারতাম না, ওই একটু হাঁটতাম আবার বসতাম এরকম করে যেতাম আর কি। যখন এলাম আমার পা তখন অলরেডি টার্ন হয়ে গেছে, আমার খাবার বানাতে খুব অসুবিধে হতো গ্যাসের কাছে দাঁড়িয়ে।
When living with pain was no longer an option, she chose something braver. She chose change. At Manipal Hospitals, under the care of Dr. Devashish Chakraborty and the dedicated team, Shupriya placed her trust in robotic knee surgery and in the promise of a better tomorrow.
ডাক্তারবাবু তো খুবই ভালো, আমার দেখে তো খুব খুব বলে না ডাক্তারের ব্যবহারে নিজের রোগ ভালো হয়ে যায় রোগীর, সেটাই আমার হলো। তা অপারেশন উনি করলেন, আমি ভর্তি হলাম, অপারেশন করে দিলেন উনি। করবার পর আমি একদম খুব একদিনই ফার্স্ট ওয়েতেই আমি হাঁটতে পেরেছি আর কি। তারপরে সেকেন্ড দিন থার্ড দিনে আমাকে ছেড়ে দিয়েছে, তারপরে আমি বাড়িতে এসে ফিজিওথেরাপি করাচ্ছি এখন, অলরেডি আমি অলরাইট।
Today, the tomorrow is here. Shupriya is absolutely fine, walking every day, cycling with ease, feeling the wind of freedom in every movement. The woman, once held back by pain, now moves with a quiet, radiant confidence.
তা এখন আমি আগের থেকে এখন যেটা আমি করছি 1 month হয়েছে, 1 month 10 days, হ্যাঁ, তা আমি ওর থেকেও আমি জোরে হাঁটছি, সাইক্লিং করছি এখন।
Cooking has always been her language of love. Back in her favorite place, the kitchen, she pours her joy into every recipe, every flavor, every plate of good food she serves. Because for Shupriya, healing isn't just about walking again. It's about returning to the things that make her heart happiest. This International Women's Day, we at Manipal Hospitals celebrate Shupriya and every woman who refuses to let pain write her story. To all the women who choose courage, choose care, and choose to live life fully once again, we are honored to be a part of your journey. Happy Women's Day from all of us at Manipal Hospitals.
আমি মিসেস সুপ্রিয়া সিনহা রয়কে অনুরোধ করব মঞ্চে আসতে। ওনাকে যিনি ট্রিট করেছেন ডক্টর দেবাশিস চক্রবর্তী, আনফর্চুনেটলি তিনি আজ এসে উঠতে পারেননি। আমি জেসিকাকে অনুরোধ করব মঞ্চে এসে মিসেস সুপ্রিয়া সিনহা রয়কে ফেলিসিটেট করতে। ম্যাম ছবিটা তুলে নিয়ে এবার এটা আমি ধরছি, আমাকে
ওমেন্স ডেতে সবাইকে শুভেচ্ছা। আমি দেবাশিস চক্রবর্তীর কাছ থেকে অপারেশন করিয়েছি মণিপালে। মণিপাল সিস্টার, ওয়ার্ড বয় ইজ ভেরি গুড, এত ভালো ওখানে ওনাদের ব্যবহার পেয়েছি, আর ডাক্তার তো খুবই ভালো একদম। আর এখন এটা নি রিপ্লেসমেন্ট কোনো ব্যাপার না, আমাকে দিয়ে আমি বুঝতে পারছি যে আমারটা পুরো টার্ন হয়ে গেছিল, কিন্তু আমি 1 মাসের মধ্যে আমি চলছি, সব কিছু করছি। তা কেউ যদি কিছু হয় তা আপনারা থেমে থাকবেন না, আপনারা একদম এগিয়ে যাবেন। থ্যাংক ইউ।
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাম, প্লিজ টেক ইউর সিট। Now, Mrs. Oprita Mukherjee. She embraced her health journey with positivity and inner strength. Her recovery reflects not just medical success, but personal resilience. She stands here today as a reminder that courage transforms challenges into new beginnings.
Amit Mukherjee is an entrepreneur, a mother, a mentor, always on the move, always giving a part of herself to others. But when her health began to falter, even her unstoppable spirit had to slow down.
আমার অ্যাকচুয়ালি একদিন খুব পেন হয়েছিল ফর 24 আওয়ার্স আই ওয়াজ সাফারিং ভীষণ পেন হয়েছিল তারপরে ডক্টর বললে যে ইউএসজি করতে হবে তো ইউএসজি করাতে আমার ধরা পড়লো যে আই হ্যাভ টিউমার
Faced with a difficult diagnosis, she chose clarity over fear. At Manipal hospitals, under the care of Dr. Abhinivesh Chatterjee and Dr. Polly Chatterjee, she underwent a total laparoscopic hysterectomy, trusting that this step would give her back the life she had built with so much love.
ফার্স্ট কনভারসেশনেই আমি খুব কমফোর্টেবল ফিল করেছিলাম ডক্টরের সঙ্গে বিকজ ওনার বিহেভিয়ার বা ওনার অ্যাপ্রোচটা আমার খুব ভালো লেগেছিল ওনার সঙ্গে কথা বলেই খুব নিজেই কমফোর্টেবল ফিল করেছি আমার কোনো ভয়টা তখন আস্তে আস্তে কেটে গেল
Today, Amrita is back to doing what she loves. In her free time, she dives into podcasts and stories, feeding her mind with new ideas. As a caring mother of two, she sits beside her children, guiding their lessons, turning homework into moments of connection and joy. And at the center of this happy chaos is Bruno, her most adorable third child. This International Women's Day, we at Manipal Hospitals celebrate Amrita and every woman who choose to take charge of her health and her story. To all the women balancing dreams, work and love, we are honored to stand beside you. Happy Women's Day from all of us at Manipal Hospitals.
Mrs. Amrita Mukherjee, who has been treated in Manipal Hospital, Salt Lake. May I invite you on stage, ma'am, along with your treating doctors, Dr. Abhinivesh Chatterjee and Dr. Polly Chatterjee. Please join her on the stage. It'll be such a proud moment for Manipal Hospitals. Of course, আমরা তিনজনের থেকেই শুনতে চাইবো।
Good afternoon and happy Women's Day to all. আমি যেটা আপনারা শুনলেন, I was totally devastated when I heard that I have tumor and I think I had endometriosis also. So the first day I was referred to Dr. Abhinivesh Chatterjee by my sister who is with Manipal Hospital, Mrs. Kakuni Mukherjee. So the first day I met doctor, my 50% fear just disappeared after talking to him. And I am very grateful to my two doctors and of course Manipal Hospital, Salt Lake, for treating me and giving me back my life because I have two small children at home, as you can see. So thank you so much, doctor. Thank you.
Thank you.
As I told you, I take a bow to Amrita and all my patients who suffer so much neglecting their own problems and thinking about their kids, their family. Amrita's story is no different. She had a huge tumor, huge cyst, which was probably there and affecting her daily lifestyle for at least for last 5-10 years. But she neglected it all for her family. And I take a bow to all my patients, all the women, because they have helped me to develop my practice and my skills. I have learned from them only how to operate and how to improve myself. So today in the Women's Day, it's a great initiative by Manipal Hospital to honor this all ladies, and as a gynecologist, I am really indebted to Manipal Hospital and all my female patients who have helped me to grow in my practice and experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And I would like to say, please don't neglect yourself. Love yourself. You should care for yourself because you are the mainstay in your family. So do regular checkups. Check your hemoglobin, check your sugar regularly, and definitely go for some lipid profile after 40 years, and check with your ultrasounds so to prevent many things. And everyone, I would pledge to you, please go for HPV vaccination and ask your children as well to go for it. And we can give this vaccination from the age of 9 up to the age of 45. So any person can take this vaccination, very important. And second thing, do your breast mammography or high resolution USG once you are 40. So go for the preventive cares, and definitely once you are 40 years, maybe do your regular checkups so that we can find out some problems. Any pain in the abdomen or any problems with the swelling in the abdomen, you should always contact your doctor. That is very important. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please take your seats. Thank you, ma'am. Please join us in the audience. Miss Orunima Chakraborty. She faced a sudden and serious health challenge with remarkable composure. Her recovery journey reflects resilience, trust, and an unshakable will to heal. She reminds us that strength often reveals itself in the toughest moments.
Orunima Chakraborty lives to make people feel at home in the sky. As cabin crew, hospitality was not just her job, it was her passion. But slowly, a constant nagging stomach pain began to pull her out of the life she loved.
So I was suffering from bronchitis since December, but I was admitted and I found that I was suffering from pneumonia.
When the discomfort refused to fade, Arunima chose to listen to her body. At Manipal hospitals, under the care of Dr. Sanjay Basu and a dedicated team, she found answers, treatment, and the courage to trust that she could get her life back.
So after that, my abdominal pain started, so I got to meet Dr. Basu. So he was a great help. He understood my job profile and the challenges I was facing. So I was there for 3 days and the experience was really amazing. The whole team took really great care of me, and it was not a very pleasant experience, but I felt home.
Today, she's absolutely fine. Back to her flying schedule, back to her father's cafe, back to the rhythm that makes her feel most alive. The pain that once restrained her is gone, and in its place stands a woman living her normal life again, joyfully, gratefully, fearlessly. We are honored to journey with you. Happy Women's Day from all of us at Manipal Hospitals.
Can we have you on stage? Please put your hands together for Miss Orunima Chakraborty. She's been treated in Manipal Hospital, Mukundapur by Dr. Sanjay Basu. Can we have you on the stage also, sir? I would request Dr. Basu to kindly felicitate Miss Orunima Chakraborty. Ma'am, please.
Good afternoon, everyone here. As standing here fit and fine, I was expected to be getting this platform to share my story. But however, I want to thank my doctor Sanjay Basu, is because doctor or hospital doesn't mean coming with the disease and just treating, but knowing the root cause.
So by profession, I'm a cabin attendant, and for us, giving water to 180 passengers is more important than drinking a glass of water from ourselves. So most of the time we give food and we make sure everyone is going home or departing, arriving safe and with a smile, neglecting ourselves where we don't get chance to eat or drink also. So knowing that fact, my profession, he understood the stress level and he found out that, and that was really kind of him, and that what touched my journey with Manipal. The reason I said home, because I actually felt home the way I was taken care of, and that was my journey, and thank you so much, Manipal.
Thank you. Sir, few words from you, sir.
Well, she's an entrepreneur and flies the sky all the time. So, there are two jobs that she does. And she was very much stressed when she came. And it's to do with her lifestyle. As I said before also, women are, competing for posts. And obviously sometimes they're more capable than men in getting them. But in the process, the vices of the fast life that we lead, men and women, is catching up. So, this is all due to the modern fast life that she's leading on land and on the skies. So, you need a balance, you need quality of life. So, there's nothing worth killing yourself over. So, there has to be a quality of life. So, that's I thought that she's like a family to me now. So, I thought that she understood what I'm trying to say and she's trying to get her life sorted. And that's why she's getting benefited. That's all. It's not me, it's her solving it herself.
How wonderful. Can we have a round of applause for both of them? Ms. Shomchita De Bhattacharya, who faced a serious kidney condition with remarkable bravery. Her journey through treatment and recovery stands as a powerful testament to resilience, early action, and unwavering hope.
Leadership is often born in the quietest, hardest moments. For Ms. Sanchita, an entrepreneur and a mother, the weight of the world was already heavy after losing her husband to the pandemic.
In 2022, in the month of July, I was diagnosed a tumor in my kidney, and which was supposed to be malignant. তো যখন আমি এটা শুনলাম আমার প্রথম চিন্তাটাই মাথায় এলো যে আমার একটা ছেলে আছে 10 বছরের যার আর কেউ নেই, বিকজ আই লস্ট মাই হাজব্যান্ড ইন 2021 ইন কোভিড। আমার কোনো ভাই বোন নেই, আমার সাপোর্ট করার মতন, আমার ফ্যামিলিকে সাপোর্ট করার মতন আমার কাউকে ডিপেন্ড করার মতো কেউ নেই। হোয়াট উইল হ্যাপেন টু মি অ্যান্ড হোয়াট উইল হ্যাপেন টু মাই সান। একটা ডিনার মোডেও কিছুটা সময় ছিলাম, তারপরে মনে হলো যে না, হোক এটা ম্যালিগনেন্ট হোক বা না হোক, আমাকে এটার থেকে বেরোতে হবে। বিকজ আমার কাছে আমার ঘাড়ের ওপর অনেক দায়িত্ব। সবার আগে দায়িত্ব হচ্ছে আমার ছেলে, প্লাস আমার হাজব্যান্ডের যে বিজনেসটা ছিল সেটা আমি লুক আফটার করছিলাম। সেইখানে এতগুলো এমপ্লয়ি আমার আছে, তাদের ফ্যামিলিগুলো চলে, আমার বিজনেসের আমার অফিসে তারা কাজ করে, তাদেরকে আমার দেখার সেই দায়িত্ব রয়েছে।
At Manipal hospitals, we see the battles women fight behind closed doors. Under the expert care of Dr. Bastav Ghosh, Sanchita chose to fight back. She turned her fear into an unstoppable force.
আর এখানে মানে একটা বড় রোল প্লে করেছে মানিপাল। আমি যদি মানিপালে গিয়ে মানিপাল থেকে কিওর হয়ে না আসতাম, মানিপালের ডক্টররা যদি আমাকে এভাবে হেল্প না করতো, মানিপালের ডক্টররা যদি আমাকে সুস্থ না করে দিত, তাহলে তো আমি আজ কোথায় থাকতাম, কিভাবে থাকতাম সেটা আমি নিজেও জানি না। কিন্তু সেই জায়গায় একটা বড় রোল প্লে করেছে মানিপাল, অ্যান্ড আই এম ভেরি থ্যাঙ্কফুল টু মানিপাল অ্যান্ড মাই ডক্টর বাস্তব ঘোষ, মাই ডক্টর অর্ঘ মজুমদার, মাই ডক্টর কমল সিনহা, এন্টায়ার মানিপাল টিম আমার কাছে, আই এম গ্রেটফুল টু দেম।
ভালোভাবে একটা নর্মাল লাইফ লিড করতে পারছি। আমার যে লাইফস্টাইলের কোনো চেঞ্জেস হয়নি, আমি নর্মাল ওয়ার্ক শিডিউল মেনটেন করছি, নর্মাল খাওয়া দাওয়া করছি, নর্মাল আনন্দ ফুর্তি করছি, আমার যা যা দায়িত্ব পালন করছি, সেটাই আমার মনে হয় যে সেটাই আমার কাছে সাকসেস।
She faced her deepest fears so she could lead others through theirs. To the women who carry the world with grace and grit, Happy Women's Day from all of us at Manipal Hospital.
Ms. Shanchita De Bhattacharya, along with her doctor, Dr. Bastav Ghosh, দুজনকেই অনুরোধ করব মঞ্চে আসার জন্যে। Yes, ma'am.
আগে স্যার বললে ভালো হয়। ভিডিওতে যা দেখানো সেটাই আমার স্টোরি। কোথা থেকে শুরু করব, কোথা থেকে শেষ করব আমি জানি না। আজকের অনুষ্ঠানটার নাম যেহেতু প্রেরণা, আমি বলতে পারি আমার প্রেরণা ছিল আমার মা। কারণ আমার মারও 2004-এ একটা ওরাল ক্যান্সার হয়েছিল। সেই সময় মাকেও তখন এমআরআই ছিল, এমআরআইয়ে ডক্টর এপি মজুমদার মার সার্জারি করেছিলেন এবং মা তারপরে আরও 19 ইয়ার্স বেঁচে ছিলেন উইদাউট এনি কেমো, রেডিয়েশন, এনিথিং, একদম নর্মাল। তো আমারও যখন এটা ধরা পড়েছিল তখন আমারও মনে হচ্ছিল আমার মা যদি পেরে থাকে তাহলে আমিও পারবো, আমাকেও মানে ফাইট ব্যাক করতে হবে। তো প্রেরণা ইন দ্য সেন্স সেখানে আমার মা। আর উইমেন্স ডেতে মেয়েদেরকে আলাদা করে প্রাধান্য দেওয়া আমার মনে হয় খুব